Hey, I'm QTC. I thought I'd go ahead and get this out of the way real quick because I'm not sure what all is being said about me, but I imagine it's not accurate. So, yeah, I thought I'd clear some things up for people who care to hear me clear some things up. Sorry for the low quality. I'm working with what I got. I got some notes here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. I want to make sure I don't forget none. Um, so I found Carrie around the time that drag stopped making content, and I wanted something to kind of just have in the background while I'm like cleaning or like doing art or something. And Carrie was streaming all the time, so she was easy to find. And I wouldn't say I was a huge fan of like her specifically. I liked the husband reacts and I liked the chat. I thought there were some pretty clever, funny people in there, and there's still people in there I like. I don't know if they like me, but I like them. But okay. um, so after being in chat a while, I joined the Discord and I started posting in the Discord a lot, and it started out small and kind of snowballed over time. There was like I expected there to be transphobia because you're not there's nowhere on the internet that doesn't have transphobia or queerphobia or anything like that. So, but the problem is that it kept happening, and I started out really nice. Like, I tried educating calmly. I tried being blunt. I tried joking with it. Like, I tried all I could before I said fuck it and started shit posting about y'all. Like, I don't know if y'all realize that, but, and when I say y'all, I mean Carrie and, the prominent people in her community. Um, like I was seeing stuff like people refusing to use 21's pronouns, which y'all still do, which is transphobic, by the way. Using they instead of she when she goes by she is transphobic. Transphobia is more than just murdering somebody. Like there's all kinds of transphobia, and misgendering and using the wrong pronouns is misgendering, is transphobic. And if you're gonna argue with that with me, I'm not gonna pay attention to you because I'm at the point in my life where I don't need to be arguing that. It's a given. Um, so I would see comments like, "Oh, I'm fine with trans people, but I wish they leave the kids alone," when no one was even talking about kids. I'd see comments saying it's a mental illness. There was like the first couple people that I blocked. It was within like a few days. A couple people like were just on my ass about the definition of asexual. Like they didn't know what the term was until they met me, and I tried to explain, and they wanted to accept my explanation, and they kind of dogpiled me both in chat and Discord, so I blocked them because I'm not gonna deal with certain shit, okay? Like, if I didn't block people, I'd be getting all sorts of comments like, ooh, PP, vagina, two genders, like, and it's just, it's a headache. so, I block people. And, like, like I said, first it wasn't as bad. It got increasingly worse. And so, you know, I wouldn't say I ever freaked out once. I think I got legitimately mad like one or two times, but most of the time I'm just annoyed, and like I block people based on safety and annoyance. So if I think you're unsafe or sketchy or you fucking annoy me, I'm gonna block you, and I don't care what you think about it. Um, sorry. on, I'm gonna drink some water real quick. So, at first it wasn't so bad when it was just regular viewers, but it's kind of hard to operate with, like, it's kind of hard when it's mods doing this stuff, and Carrie's mods were like always on my ass for like every little thing I said, and were very like weird and vague about what I was allowed to post or not. I don't know what that was about, but I messaged Carrie about the mods. I was like, look, do y'all not want me here? Like, should I leave? Like, what's going on? I feel like I'm getting some weird vibes. I'm getting dogpiled and stuff. And of course, Carrie responded, "Oh no, everybody likes you, and I'll talk to them about it. We'll get it worked out. It's fine." Yeah. So that then the stream where Carrie kept continuously misgendering 21 by saying they instead of she, even when I explained it, her pronouns are she, and everybody's dogpiling me. I'm just like trying to block people. Like, I'm not even taking screenshots. I'm just like, fuck this shit. So I'm blocking people. And people got real mad when I called out Carrie, but all I said was like, I'm not saying what she did is good, but like, you're acting like using her correct pronouns is like a special privilege instead of the bare minimum. Like, you wouldn't do that to a cis person. Apparently, this didn't sink in because she said, I do respect their pronouns. And I said, you're saying they instead of she right now. So, like, I don't know what her thinking is there. So, like, yeah, so ugh, that I wouldn't say I was like raging about it, but that was fucking annoying. And then that same night, we go on Omni stream. He's bringing up trans shit when I ain't even bringing it up. It ain't even being brought up on a video or anything. Just out of nowhere, he starts bitching and whining about neopronouns and shit and being all transphobic and going, oh, I'm not trying to be transphobic, but I'm going to be transphobic. That's basically what he did. And it was real annoying. So after that, like I said, I've been planning on making my own content for a while now. Like, I was never hiding anything. I think my first post on Carrie's Discord explained how I was thinking of making content. So like, I wasn't hiding anything. So I figured I wouldn't have to rely on other channels to be more aware if I could have my own space. And like I said, I was going to have a channel anyway, so I thought I'd start that. Apparently, this was wrong somehow. Like, I wasn't even like planning on making a big exit or anything. I was just gonna quietly shift over to my channel, and like, I don't, people can watch me and Carrie. I don't care if people watch Carrie. Like, and I was gonna be doing something from a different perspective. See, like, the thing is, I have a guilty pleasure for lolcow community content, but a lot of it is like all the bad isms, and usually I just kind of like skip over things that annoy me to find what I'm interested in. But I really appreciate spaces that are, at least bare minimum a little aware. Okay, so I had an idea to, make lolcow content, or more specifically, content on content, like discussing commentary of lolcows more than the lolcows themselves. And I wanted to do this, from a perspective that, wasn't so biased or bigoted or, whatever. So, and I didn't want to start a channel and then just be like screaming into the void though. So and I told some people on a few Reddit subs I'm on about it because they were interested in it, and I went ahead and told anybody that I knew on Discord that what I was thinking of doing, and whether I should like do channel first and then a Discord, or should there be like a discussion thing first or what. Like I was just bouncing ideas with people, because I didn't want it to just be me screaming into the void. So I messaged like 10 people, and apparently this was starting a coup. I don't know how. I just thought there were people that might be interested that I liked. I don't know how that's a coup. Like I didn't kidnap nobody. Like I didn't say you can't, watch Carrie. In fact, in my original message, I was just like, "Oh, I'm getting tired of the transphobia and shit, so I'm gonna start a channel that's not like that." And uh, I, again, I really don't get how that's a coup. Like, uh, anyway, so people were like telling Carrie about what I said, which I was like, okay, I'm not hiding anything, so okay. And like Carrie messaged me saying, "Oh, I've never been transphobic." And I'm like, "Yeah, you were. You just were yesterday." And she's like, "No, I wasn't." I'm like, "Yeah, you were. You're not gonna gaslight me into thinking that you didn't. I know what I saw with my own two eyes." Like, but yeah, so finally she just goes, "Oh, well, have fun with Teddy, bye," or whatever. And I'm like, I didn't have anything to do with Teddy at the time. I was confused by that. I thought it was weird because, I mean, at the time, I had no reason to doubt at least some of the claims being made about him. Like, it's different now, but at the time, like, I was cautious of him. Like, I, I don't know why she assumed that I had something to do with Teddy, but yeah, I didn't. So then I end up chatting about the whole thing with 21 and some other people, and the device I was using at the time was like being a pain in the ass, and like would when it like have spaces and all the words would be jumbled and shit, so I was having a hard time with that. And they're like, "Oh, Teddy's about to stream, we can discuss it there." And I was like, "Okay, I'll check it out. Maybe Carrie isn't right about him. I don't know." So then I go to his channel and I start shit posting because fuck that shit. Like, I don't see why any of y'all are above any other creator I talk shit about. Like, so then that's what happened, and I liked it there because I don't get dogpiled over there, and people are funny. Yeah. So after the whole thing with me, messaging 10 people that I thought would be interested, and people telling Carrie and Carrie messaging me, I get booted from the Discord, which, I mean, honestly, I don't want to be there anymore anyway. It seems like, it no. That place is gross now. Like, no, I don't. So, yeah, I mean, okay, you booted me, thanks. Like, but, so, yeah, that's basically how that happened. I don't know I don't know how that's a coup. I wasn't hiding nothing. Like, I don't know. I will say, sorry, hold on a second. So, since then, it seems that Carrie and TJ and Omni and, you know, the prominent people in their community have doubled down on the transphobia and everything. Like, now they're just like blatantly misgendering, talking about, you know, trans woman, a young trans woman's genitals 24/7, like saying all sorts of nasty crap, which, by the way, ain't none of it anything I ain't heard before. Like, y'all act like this is my first time hearing all this bullshit, and it ain't new. Y'all dated as fuck, okay? Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah. So, you know, just saying nasty things and, you know, claiming to be some ally because you let a trans person exist around you, TJ. Really? That's your bar? You let a trans woman exist? Which, by the way, I haven't seen her. Where is she? Oh, sorry. iPad went weird for a second. I gotta get my charger. Yeah. It just proves how low the bar is for how y'all treat trans people. That you think you're some brilliant advocate because you didn't kill one? Like, seriously? Like, how can you not see how insulting that is? Like, I don't know if y'all are just that dense or that defensive or what, but y'all are like seriously freaking out. Like, I think y'all got madder at me calling you out than I did at the transphobia. Like, it's annoying, but I wasn't like, you know, freaking out about it. Like, I hear it every goddamn day. I'm used to it. But, uh, and Omni, I've been finding out some things about you that I'm gonna look into. I'm not gonna make any outright claims right now, but but if what I know is true at all, if even half of it's true, it's concerning, and you need help. Like, seriously, get help, dude. Like, so yeah, basically that's the whole thing. Oh, and one more thing. There was one thing that made me madder than the transphobia, and that was the groomer apologia. There was a chat, and I, like, you know, right there in front of everybody. People were talking about Elvis, and then people brought up his grooming, and then a few people made comments like, you know, teenage girls aren't innocent. What girl wouldn't want it? I think teenage girls can handle relationships with adults, and we're too, you know, we act like they're fragile and blah blah blah. Which, that's groomer apologia. That's what that is. That's literally Elvis groomed kids. You're saying that was okay. You're saying it was okay Elvis groomed kids. You're saying it's okay that kids were groomed. Like, I don't understand how. And I was the one that got dogpiled for that. Not the people saying that shit. Me. I don't know how y'all. I don't know how more people didn't like freak out about that, because that's like some really unsafe shit. That's not shit you want in your community, especially on a Discord. Like, Discord's notorious for like grooming and shit. Like, Carrie, you need to clean up your community. You're gonna end up with a whole bunch of shit that you have no idea how to handle. Like, I I don't know what else to tell you. So, yeah. Sorry if this video was kind of rambling. I've never really done this before, so, oh well. Um, that's the whole story, and if you believe me, cool. If you don't believe me, no, okay. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't care. So, yeah.